Hey YouTube, this is Daniel Vano. Welcome back for another technology tip of the week. This week we're going to look at Google Drawing, in particular some of the awesome ways that you can use Google Drawing in your classroom or in your office. So let me share my screen with you and we'll get started with Google Drawing. Probably the easiest place to start out with Google Drawings is your Google Drive. You can go to docs.google.com/drawings to create a brand new drawing. It's going to bring you to just the blank drawing page. It's not going to give you templates or anything like other Google apps do. It will just create a brand new blank Google drawing. I find it a little bit easier to create it from within Google Drive just because I can organize it better. I can create a folder that I can title Drawings, go into that folder, and then create my Google drawing. By clicking on New, go to More, and choose Google Drawings, and it will create that drawing inside of that folder. If you just go to docs.google.com/drawings, it's going to create that Google drawing in the root of your Google Drive. You would have to organize it later. I like organizing things at the beginning, so going into Google Drive, creating a folder, and then creating the Google drawing by clicking on New, More, and Google Drawings will create that drawing inside of that folder. And when my Google Drawing canvas appears, you'll notice it is a transparent background. So if I want a certain color to be the background of my drawing, I'll need to insert a shape, probably a rectangle or a square, and then fill that shape in. So you can get your shape tool in the toolbar here beside the text box tool. And you can choose from a variety of shapes. You have rectangles, you have rounded edge rectangles, you have circles, triangles, pentagons, you have all different shapes that you can throw into your Google drawing. You also have arrows, you have some callouts, and some equation symbols, so you can insert several different types of shapes into your Google drawing. But if you do want a background color, you'll need to choose this rectangle shape. Draw your rectangle so it covers the entire canvas. Make sure it's selected and then choose Fill Color. This is how you will create a background color for your Google drawing. So if you want it to have a light green background color, you would select Fill Color and choose the light green color. You can also change the border color so that it's transparent. If you don't want that black border around your image, it would just be green. Inserting another shape will throw that shape on the front of your background. Google Drawings works in layers, so anything that you add to your Google drawing will be automatically placed in the front of everything else that you've added. So when I add a new shape, it will automatically go into the front of this background. If I want something to go between those, I'll need to insert it and then change the order of that arrangement. So I do that by inserting another shape. So we'll insert a circle, and I want this circle to be between the background and the triangle. So there's the circle. If I need it to be between the background and the triangle, so right behind the triangle, I will select the circle and right click on it, and then go to Order. Order will give me the option of sending it backward and sending it to the back. If I send it to the back, it's going to go behind everything, including my background. If I want it to just go behind the triangle, which was one of the latest things I created, I will say send backward. It will then put it right behind the figure that was created just before I created the circle. I can then rearrange the circle so it's more centered on the triangle, and now I have a circle right behind my triangle. I can do the same thing with this circle and with this triangle that I did with the background color. If I need to fill in the triangle, I can also change the border color, and I can change the border weight so it's even a little thicker border around the triangle if I want to. Another really neat thing that you can do with these shapes is changing the border dash. So instead of a filled line, you can make it a dashed line or a dotted line. Another really neat trick with Google Drawing is the ability to connect shapes with lines. This is really handy if you're trying to create a flowchart. So let's say I want to create a connection between this circle and the triangle. If I click on the line tool and I draw a line, I can then select that line and drag the edges of that line to one of the shapes. And you'll notice that points appear on the edge of the shape. If I drop that line on that point, and then I take the other end of the line and I drop it on a point on the other shape, now those shapes are connected with this line, which means that if I move one shape, the line that connects the two shapes also moves with it. This is really handy if you want to create a flowchart and you need to start moving around different shapes, resizing even some of the shapes in your flowchart. I can also change the shape of the connector. So if I don't want a straight line, if you go up to Format, Change Connector, you can choose to have an elbow connector, which gives you right angles as the connector. You can also change it to a curved connector. And you can adjust the curve using the yellow square in the center of that line. So if you need the curve to be more toward the triangle or more toward the circle, you just adjust that yellow square along that line. The same thing applies to that elbow connector. If I need the elbow to be closer to the circle or closer to the triangle, I simply move the yellow square. And just like the regular line, the elbow connector and the curved connector will readjust itself and move with a shape that I have to move around in my Google Drawing. If I want a little bit better flowchart to use with my Google Drawing, I can insert a diagram into my Google Drawing. So by clicking on Insert and choosing Diagram, you do get a little bit better diagrams, such as hierarchy flowcharts and timelines, that you can simply click to select, and it will insert that diagram into your Google Drawing. You can create a really neat diagram using the Insert Diagram tool. One of the quick tricks that I use when creating Google Drawings, if I need to just clear the entire drawing, is Control A, or on a Mac, Command A. It selects everything and then simply delete everything out. You can also click on Edit and choose Select All to select everything on the page and then delete it. So if you needed to clear your page, that's a really quick way to do that. Another really neat feature of Google Drawing is the ability to insert notes that you have taken in Google Keep. You'll notice on the right you do have an access to your calendar, access to your tasks, and also a shortcut to your Google Keep. If you click on Keep, the yellow icon with the light bulb, it will pull up your Google Keep. You can take a quick note here inside of Google Keep, or if you have the Google Keep app on your smartphone, you can take a Google Keep note, such as signing your name, and it will automatically appear in your Google Keep toolbar in Google Drawings. You can then take that Google Keep note and drag it into your Google Drawing. So you now have a signature that you could insert into a Google Doc or other Google product. You'll notice that it is a full page here. So one of the things that you may want to do with this Google Keep note or any other image that you insert is crop it. So if you select the image, you'll see the crop image tool appears on the toolbar. Click on crop image and then click and drag the lines on the edge of the image so that it crops that image down. Now I have a cropped image in my Google Drawing. This works for any image that you insert into your Google Drawings. So if you have an image that you've inserted from your computer by choosing Insert Image, Upload from Computer, or from your Google Drive, your Google Photos, you can also use URLs and use your webcam. Another really neat way of inserting an image into Google Drawings, though, is insert through web search. If you choose Insert Image and then you choose Search the Web, a Google search bar will appear on the right side of your Google Drawing. Here you can search for anything that Google has as stock images that you can insert into your Google Drawing. So if I wanted to search for Abraham Lincoln, images of Abraham Lincoln will appear in the Google search results. I can then drag those images into my Google Drawing. And just like my Google Keep note, I can crop this image if I need to crop it down to a particular size or crop out certain things in the image. The drop down beside the crop will allow me to mask the image with a shape, so that means I'm cropping it to a particular shape. If I want the Abraham Lincoln photo to have a circle crop, I choose the drop down for Mask Image, I go to Shapes, and I choose the circle. Now the image will be a circle. This is a really neat way to create infographics because you can insert images and then you can create a text box that has information regarding that image. So a final really neat way that you can use Google Drawings is to create images that you need to download to your computer. Google Drawings will let you create PNG images that have the transparent background to them. So if I choose File, Download As, choose PNG image, it will download that image as a transparent background image. So when I open that image, it is transparent background, as you can see here on my computer. The background behind the text is just this gray background. So when I insert that image into another app or another program, it will have the transparent background properties that you would expect out of a standard PNG image that has a transparent background. And those are some of the awesome things you can do with Google Drawing. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell beside the subscribe button so you get notified when I post a new video. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Again, this is Daniel Vanover with your Technology Tip of the Week on how to use Google Drawing. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.